already. Okay, so now for linear terms, right, it is a linear expression in one variable. Okay, so for example, I think it's easier if you look at examples. Okay, so we have 2x plus 7, negative 1/3 x. Okay, 2x plus 3x minus 9/4, for example, 4x plus y minus 8. Okay, not linear terms, that means your non-examples. I have, for example, things like 7, 3x squared minus 6x, and 5x minus 7y plus xy. Okay? Is everything okay over there? Maybe not for why? Oh, maybe I put empty tables at the back. Okay, so let me explain now. Why are these linear and why is this not linear? Okay, I want us to observe our x. Okay, our x over here. We see that the x itself, okay, we only have a power of 1. Okay, it is actually secretly a power of 1 over here. Okay, we don't usually write the power of 1 because that is not much use for us to do that. Okay, so only when it's power of 2 that we write it down. Okay, so therefore these are all power of 1 when it comes to the x. Okay, there's this invisible 1 over there. Okay, unlike for our non-example, things that are not linear, we have times whereby our x is to the power of 2. Okay, so it makes it not linear anymore. Alright? Then our y over here, it is okay if we have x and y together, okay, in our linear expression, so long as the y is actually power of 1. Okay, so all the power for my algebra needs to be power of 1 for us to consider it to be linear. Okay? Whereas over here, our non-example, this one has no variable. So because there is no variable, it cannot be considered as linear. In fact, we call it a constant term. Okay? Then you might be curious, then why is it that this one is not linear? Okay? It is actually because of this xy over here. Okay? When you have x and y together, multiplying together like that, okay, it makes it not linear anymore. Right? Because our x and y needs to be separated out, okay, by either plus or minus. Okay? But when you multiply them together, okay, in totality, actually that means the power 2 lah. But let's not go into that area. Okay? So when you have x and y multiply each other, it doesn't make it linear anymore. Okay? So for linear, power of variable, powers of variable must be 1. Okay? Right? This is just for our initial understanding, okay, for you to be able to recognize linear terms. Right? In case you're wondering, okay, how come I keep talking about linear, everything linear and all that? Okay, later on when we do more algebra, when we go into Sec 2 is where our algebra content will increase much more. Okay, then you will find that we move away from linear terms. Okay, so for now, don't worry. Okay, don't have to worry. Alright, then the question going to ask you, is this linear or not? Okay, at this juncture we won't ask you such questions. Okay, it's just for us to have the understanding. Okay. So let's go into the main thing to know how to add and subtract. Okay, but before that, we need to know what are like terms and unlike terms. Just like in your math poles and unlike poles, right? Okay, we learned that in primary school science, correct? North pole, south pole, magnet. Okay, so like terms. Sorry, like terms contain the same variable raised to the same power. Okay, so if you like things to be phrased in English, this is how it will be phrased. Okay, for example, we have 2x and 5x that are considered like terms. 3xy and maybe 7xy, they are considered like terms. Or even 7 and -4, they are considered like terms as well. Okay, let me show you the contrast so that you can realize what I mean. Unlike terms when they are simply, they are not like terms. So for example, I will have 2x and maybe 5y, negative 3xy, 7, okay, and then maybe a and -4. Okay, so for like terms, notice that the variable used, they are exactly the same. X and x, xy and xy, don't have x, don't have x. Whereas over here, this one x, this one y, they are definitely not going to be like terms. This one xy, this one got nothing, not going to be like terms as well. Okay, this one is an algebraic variable, and then this one is just a number, confirm not like as well. Yes, Hashan. X, Y, and X. X, Y, and X. Are they like terms or not? Okay, class, what do we think? Hashan asked a good question. X, Y, and X, are they considered like terms? Who would think that they are like terms? Who thinks they are not like terms? Okay, yeah, they are not like terms. Because this one got Y, this one don't have Y. So actually, X, Y, and X fall under here. Okay, now, next question, maybe since you are asking about that, how about x squared and 2x? Are they considered like terms or unlike terms? Let's do a vote. Who thinks that x squared and 2x are like terms? Okay, who thinks they are not like terms? Okay, so majority of you say they are not like terms, and you're right. Okay, why? Because in this case, this one has a power of 2, so actually it means 2x's, x times x. Whereas this means 2 times x. Okay, mean different things. Okay, so for like terms, they need to be raised to the same power. This x is raised to the power of 1 only. Okay, so they are actually not like terms at all. So I will place x squared and 2x over here. Okay. Any questions? Okay, so we need to understand these like terms and unlike terms, because only when they are like terms, then we can add things together. Just like for example, okay, we think about having a basket of apples. If I have 2 apples on my left hand and 3 apples on my right hand, I can sum it up to say that there are 5 apples in total. Okay, if I have 2 apples here and then 3 oranges here, okay, I can only conclude that I have 5 fruits in total. But I cannot add 2 and 3 together, okay, to say that there are 5 apples or 5 oranges. Alright, because apples and oranges are very different. I cannot add them up. Okay, so therefore, with that idea, okay, for like terms and unlike terms, we can only add or subtract like terms, but for unlike terms, we cannot add and subtract them together because they are different from each other. Okay, so looking at the next segment on addition and subtraction. Sorry, my markers are like nearing the end of their life. Okay, so let's look at adding and subtracting. Looking at practice now 2 in your textbook, page 102. Okay, without using a calculator, we simplify the following. Let me just write down everything first. Let's do up to F first. Just G. Okay, by the way, the other day one of my students asked me, okay, can I don't write my Z this way? I'm not sure whether you notice I like to write my Z's like that. Okay, the reason why I write my Z's like that, because there's a tendency if I have two Z, okay, they may look the same. Alright, so that's why I put my Z with a stroke, okay, so that I can differentiate that it's two Z and not 22. Okay, especially if you have bad handwriting. Right, if you have bad handwriting, then I strongly suggest that you write your Z this way. Okay? Alright, let's look at part A. Okay, so question says without using calculator. Anyway, for algebra, you also cannot press the X into a calculator. Okay, but later I'll tell you how we can overcome this. Alright, so in this case, we have 3x plus negative 7x. This goes back to what we learned about our golden rules, right? Okay, so let's recall very quickly what our golden rules are. Okay. Okay, when we have our golden rules, what do we say? Plus and plus gives us what? Plus. Minus and minus give us plus. Plus and minus give us minus. Minus plus gives us minus. So we rely on this. So same thing applies to our algebra over here. 3x plus minus, or rather plus negative 7x. Plus and minus will give you minus. So it will simplify to 3x minus 7x. Right? Based on our golden rules. Okay? So again, if you have 3x minus 7x, it's like I have $3, but I owe you $7. At the end, how much do I owe? How much do I owe? Negative 4. Okay? So we get negative 4x. Right? Alternatively, okay, if the question didn't say that you cannot use calculator, what you can do, press in calculating in your calculator, right? Okay. Since I need to calculate 3x plus negative 7x, you just press into your calculator. Okay. For 3 plus negative 7, that will give you negative 4. Right? Press your calculator, 3 plus negative 7, the brackets as well, sorry. Okay? And then you will get negative 4, so you just need to remember to put the x there. That's all. Okay? So don't have to really stress yourself out in terms of calculating with algebra, yeah? Okay? Next part B. We have 19x plus negative 33x. Okay, so same thing applies. What should I write? What do you think? Looking at my ice cream sticks, I have Lucas up. Can you tell me what's the next step? Sorry? What do I write? 19x plus 33x. Is that what I said? Okay. What do we think? Aman, you agree? No? Then what's wrong? It shouldn't be a plus. Then what should it be? Minus. Okay, so Lucas, what do you think? Aman say that it is actually supposed to be a plus. It's supposed to be a minus, not a plus. You agree? Why? Just because Carmen says so. Then, okay, because we say plus minus gives us minus, right? So this should be minus. Okay? If you don't know how to calculate 19 minus 33 very well, just press your calculator. Okay, and what would we get? We get negative 40x. Okay? Now what about negative 6x plus 2x? Okay? What should our answer be? Okay? What do you think? Let's see. Matthias. What do you think negative 6x plus 2x should become? Negative 6 plus 2, what do you get? Negative 4. Okay, so Matthias said negative 4, but we must put the x now. Okay? Do we agree? Why not negative 8x? Yes, Sylvia. Okay, the minus is not beside the plus. So that means it's not negative 2. Okay? Right? So be very careful. We always need to remember that we owe people $6 over here. I earn $2. Return it already, I will be left with owing $4. Okay? So don't fall into this trap to think of just 6 and 2 and together 8, then after you bring the minus 4. Okay, that's not correct. Right? So it should be negative 4x. Okay? Part D, negative 35x plus 12x. Okay, Z, what do we get? Negative 33. Can you check with your calculator? What do you get? Negative 35 plus 12. Okay, negative 23x. Right, that's great. Okay, next, part E. We have negative 9y minus 11y. What will we get? Then, Zayden, what do you think? Negative 20y. Okay, so Zayden says negative 20y. Do we agree? I owe people $9, owe them some more $11. Total I owe them $20. Okay, so negative 9 minus 11. You could press your calculator for that as well. Okay, part F. Negative 39y minus 12y. This is fairly large number to calculate. Okay. I'm not going to stop you in terms of using a calculator. Okay, this one you can use calculator. Alright, if you struggle with this. So minus 39 minus 12, what will we get? Okay, negative 51. Okay. Not forgetting the y. Alright. So you can just think of negative 39 minus over 12, or owing people $39, owe people $12. Total you owe people $51. Okay. Part G. We have negative 8z minus away negative 3z. What will we get? Elena, what do you think? Okay, tell me what the next step will be first. Negative 8z minus negative 3z. What should I write? Sorry, say again. How do you get negative 5z? Can you tell me the steps first? I want you to do steps like what I have over here. Plus negative 3z. Is it? Minus become plus. How come still got minus sign here? Don't have the minus, right? Okay, so minus become plus So we get negative 8 plus 3, and then you said that the answer is negative 5. Is it? Okay, so yes, you're right. Okay, so we owe people $8, pay them back $3, then we get, we still owe them $5. Okay. Last one, part H. Negative 17z minus away negative 35z. Okay, so what do we get next? Faith, what do you think? And 35z or plus 35z. Okay, so minus give us plus, so we have a plus here. And then final answer, what do we get? You can use calculator if you need to. Okay, so we get 18z. Thank you. Alright, we clear about this? Okay. Next, okay, we look at practice now 3. We want to simplify. Okay, we want to simplify this. How can we do that? Okay. So by simplifying, that means that as long as we see plus and minus or minus side by side, let's reduce it, okay, by using our golden rules to achieve the correct operation first. Okay. So in this case, right, what will our next step be? See, what do you think? Tell me what to write. Sorry, you saying something? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. It's been louder. Oh, you want to write? Okay, how about you write? It's easier. Negative 4x, and then minus. Why don't you write it down? I really struggle with theory. You come and write. Take my marker, go and write. It's not going to take you time. Do it. Thank you, see. It's an X. Yeah. Just tell me what you think, that's all. I'm not expecting a correct answer. Okay, thank you. Okay, let me just write the figure. What Z has given is minus 7y plus negative 2x plus 3y. Okay? Do you agree? Yes, 30. Sorry, I didn't hear that. 7y minus 2x, okay? So, the thing is, okay, firstly, tell me it's a minus sign. Okay, there's nothing in front, nothing behind it. So actually, it should just remain as a minus sign, okay, itself. Right? Because there's nothing in front, nothing behind. We only change when it is side by side like that. Plus minus become minus, minus become plus. Okay? So all that we need to change will actually just be this as well as this. Okay? So now we have negative 4x minus 7y minus 2x plus 3y. Okay? How do we simplify it? We have already done how to add or subtract like terms together. Okay, how do we proceed from here? Because this is negative 4x minus 7y. Clearly, they are unlike terms. We cannot subtract them, we cannot add them together. But what we can do, okay, is to observe that the terms that we have in this expression is negative 4x, negative 7y, negative 2x, and positive 3y. Take note, I'm not putting in any brackets. You cannot put brackets like that. Okay, because if you put brackets, then it's all going to be multiplication already. Then it's a whole different story. Okay, so I'm just grouping things up by using this box over here. I'm going to shift them around. Okay, why is it that I can shift them around? That's because in our addition and our subtraction, so for example, if I have 3 plus 7 minus 4, it is the same as 3 minus 4 plus 7. Right or not? Okay? Yeah, the same thing, right? Whereby I saw things in this manner as well. I shifted them around. So for this, okay, I will put the like terms together. So I will have negative 4x minus 2x. I put the x and x together. Negative 4x minus 2x. Then I put the y's minus 7y plus 3y. Okay? So I need to shift my terms to put the like terms side by side together first before I can proceed with my calculation, whereby I have negative 4 minus 2, that will give us negative 6x. Okay? Then so this will give us negative 6x. Then my negative 7y plus 3y, that will give me how much? What is negative 7 plus 3y? It will be negative 4y, right? So I'll put minus 6x minus 4y. That will be our final answer. Okay? Before we call it a day. Okay. Let's look at part B. We have negative 8y plus negative 3x minus negative 2y plus negative 4x. Okay. So we apply our golden rules first. Simplify all these operations that are side by side to each other. Okay. So in our very first step, what do you think I should write? Kyra, what do you think? The operation we simplify first. You tell me? Alright. Minus 8y. Plus minus give us minus, okay, minus what? 3x plus 2y minus 4x. We agree with this? Okay, minus 8y minus 3x plus 2y minus 4x. Okay, so we apply our golden rules, yeah? Plus and minus gives us minus. Minus minus gives us plus, plus minus gives us minus. Okay? Then now we need to shift things around. So I'm going to draw my boxes. My terms, I always take the operation in front. So this will be negative 8y, negative 3x, positive 2y, negative 4x. Okay? Since I have the negative 8y at the start, so let me just keep that. I place the y's together. So what should come after that? Colin, what do you think? After negative 8y, what comes after?
2y plus 2y.
Sorry, okay. 2y. Plus or minus 2y? Plus 2y. Very good. Okay, so the plus comes along with it. Okay, plus 2y. Then after that, following that, what do we get in turn? put my x. So what should I have? Minus 3x and then minus 4x. Good. Okay, so minus 8y as a group here, plus 2y as a group here, minus 3x as a group, and then minus 4x as a group. Okay, then now we can calculate negative 8 plus 2. You could use your calculator to help you if you need to. Okay, that will give us negative 6y. And then finally, negative 3 minus 4. What do we get, Trina? Negative 3 minus 4. Oh, we get negative 7. Okay, great. But negative 7x lah. Okay, so that will be the answer. Okay, questions? Alright, now I really want you to go back home to practice this. Okay, can you do in your notebook, not on foolscap, huh? Okay, oops, okay. Do in your notebook part C and D to this practice now example. Okay, I want you to go back home and do these questions in your notebook. Okay, then the next lesson we'll go through